Hola, friends. I love you. God loves you. No weapons formed against our mindset will ever prosper. Friends, when I was meditating, you know the little Einsteins? We're going on a trip on our favorite rocket ship through and through the skies. Little Einsteins. Friends, you are going on a trip. If you are not fearful, okay? I'm going to advise something that most people are not going to advise. But because I don't give a fuck about the system and what other people think, this advice will be very exciting for you, should you choose to accept the mission, okay? When was the last time you went on a trip? Be spontaneous, okay? Be spontaneous. This is life after all, and we should be living it to the best of our ability, right? Because we don't know when we will expire, okay? So this message is for you if you are not fearful, and if you're feeling a little stuck and stagnant in your life, and you feel like you need a boost, you need some inspiration. If you were thinking about taking a trip, this is a message for you so you can actually take the trip, right? If you got some money saved, take a trip. But what I'm going to advise is for you to save your cash and spend that free money that our friends, Affirm, American Express, I'm going to tell you to go get yourself a loan. Yes, I'm going to tell you to get a loan. And I'm going to also tell you, don't worry about paying it back. Because, you know, you heard that bird? Confirmation. Get that loan. Again, another confirmation. What came to me yesterday was the example that the government set, right? It's supposed to be the big example of doing the right thing. But what insight I got was, you know, this government of the United States been in $1 trillion deficit, but I don't know how long, right? They ain't even paying their bills back, right? They not paying their loan back. So why should you? Okay? Creditors are part of the matrix to bring stress and anxiety in your life and to keep you stuck in fear mode, right? Most people worrying about paying off their debt before they pay their self back. And you should always be the number one priority in your life. So I'm going to advise, because Expedia, all these booking agencies, they got the buy now, pay later option, okay? And I'm going to advise you to buy yourself a vacation somewhere, okay? Get the first class flights, get the trip to Hawaii. Where do you want to go that you have not been, that you was thinking about going? You want to go to the spa. If they got the pay later, buy now option, go ahead and do it. I'm going to advise you to go ahead and be reckless, but you really just live in life. And we're following the example of the awesome government, right? This is sarcasm right here. The government is not awesome, okay? Because they're doing way too much to try and sabotage us and keep us in lockdown with fear. Fear causes stress. Fear keeps our nervous system on high alert to where we cannot relax. And this trip is for you to get some joy, get some happiness in your life, to enliven you, to inspire you that, you know what, this is actually your life. And you need to take control of your life. And you need to do some things that bring you joy because it is your life after all. I live on spontaneity every day, right? I do whatever the fuck I want every day. Okay? Because it's my life. And I don't want to have no regrets, right? Because I don't know if I go to sleep tonight that I'm going to wake up tomorrow. So I'm going to do everything within my power and control to do the things that make me happy on a daily basis. And you should too, friends. Okay? The point is, when you do things that make you happy, you get inspired to do things that you want to create, right? We are all creative beings. I say this in my messages. We are all creative beings, and everyone has the ability to take their creativity and be able to package it up and be able to sell it, okay? Whether it's opening a restaurant a food truck, a dance business, a yoga studio, whatever you want to do, you can do it without being in fear of surviving, because we are meant to thrive, right? We are amazing, magical, spiritual beings, okay? And so if you want to go on a trip on your favorite rocket ship to go have some fun and do something, I'm going to advise you, this is not for entertainment purposes only. This is for fun, for you to live the life that God gives you every day. I say fuck them bills. Hey, we got $1 trillion deficit as an example, that they ain't worrying about paying nothing, and yet they still pouring out money to millions of countries, supporting wars and who knows what, the chemtrails, right? They bailing out all the companies and whatever, right? Okay. Thanks for the example, right? I'll pay my deficit back when the government pays their deficit back. That's how I roll, okay? You don't have to follow my advice. You can play it safe. You can stay fearful, locked in the matrix if you want to. I live my best life every day. And you see, I have no worries and no stress, right? I use the debt to create for myself, okay? And I still ain't worried about paying it back, right? They ain't worried, I ain't worried, and that's just what it is. So this message is to encourage you, if you're feeling stuck and stagnant and you need some excitement in your life, friends, you better go log on to Expedia and use that pay now option and take yourself a trip somewhere. I know lots of you ain't never flown first class before, and you be wishing every time you get on a plane and you go into the back of the plane. I know you be like, damn, get yourself a seat. You deserve it. Get yourself a glass of orange juice and some water. You know what I'm saying? Eat out of silverware and not plastic. Hey, this is just some advice. You ain't got to take it if it don't resonate. But that's what came to me. That's what came. This is our life, and we should be living it and thriving and not surviving. We should be having a joy-filled human existence. I know I am, friends. I hope that you are too. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and follow if you haven't already. And have a wonderful day, friends, from wherever you're watching from. Bye.